This is the Corsair HS55 wireless headset, the successor to last year's HS55 wireless core model. I've been using this headset for a few weeks now, and I've got some thoughts to share with you all. How's it going, guys? I'm Matt and welcome to Kit Guru and to my full review of the brand new Corsair HS55 wireless gaming headset. Now, I always like to kick my videos off in the same way by letting you guys know what the price is. 100 quid. And for that 100 quid, Corsair are offering Dolby 7.1 surround sound, 2.4 gig wireless and Bluetooth connectivity, custom tuned 50mm drivers and an omnidirectional mic. Let's have a look in a bit more detail and see if it's any good. Corsair branding is of course front and centre when it comes to the packaging. The front has a picture of the headset, the white model in this case, although the HS55 is also available in black. And what's more, it shows on the box that it's compatible with PC, Mac, PS4 and PS5. The headset is protected by a cardboard insert inside the box and is inside a plastic bag. Almost a home run on the no plastic packaging front. Inside the box is the HS55 of course, along with a 2.4 gig wireless dongle, a colour matched 1.8 metre charging cable, and then some safety and warranty information. And Corsair offer a 2-year warranty on all of their headsets. The HS55 is a decent looking headset in my opinion, and while I never got my hands on last year's HS55 wireless core headset, from what I can see from looking online, they are almost identical. I like the colours that Corsair went with on this mostly white model. The grey cushioning and accents on the outer ear cups and the tip of the microphone break up the design quite nicely without being too garish. And there's no RGB, which I also like. I've never really got the point of brands including it on headsets, especially wireless models, as it just eats up more battery life. And once you put the headset on, you can't see it anyway. So starting at the top then, let's look at the design in a bit more detail. The headband is adjustable and the plastic top section has some subtle Corsair branding printed on it. There's metal reinforcement running through the core to add some durability, and it does feel quite well made and has a bit of flex to it. I wouldn't want to push it much further than this though. The protein leather headband cushion is really nice. It feels soft, but it also springs back to shape quite quickly. I'm interested to see how this is going to hold up after a year or so of use, but my initial impressions are very good. The brackets or hinges holding the ear cups on are a little disappointing if I'm being totally honest. They're made from plastic to keep the weight down to a respectable 266 grams. But to achieve this, along with those brackets / hinges, the HS55s are made almost entirely out of plastic. It's catch-22. On one hand, I appreciate a lightweight headset as it helps with comfort during long gaming sessions, but then on the other hand, I've had a fair few headsets break on me over the years and it's almost always the brackets that go first. The HS55s I've got here haven't had any issues while I've been checking them out though, so take that as you will. The ear cups themselves look pretty good in my opinion. There's a circular section flanking each side with a mirror finished Corsair ship logo smack bang in the middle. I personally think it would have looked better in a matte finish, but they do look good. What do you guys think? The leatherette memory foam cushions are comfortable and feel slightly squishier than the headband. I've never experienced any sort of fatigue when wearing them, and overall, this is a really comfortable headset. The controls are spread across both of the ear cups on the HS55 wireless, with the right side housing a button for powering the headset on and off, and another for switching to Bluetooth connection mode. And then over on the opposite side, you'll find the USB-C charging port, a mic mute button, and a volume wheel, which can also be clicked in to cycle through the different EQ options found within Corsair's iCUE software, which we'll go over later on in the video. But overall, the buttons, they feel quite cheap. They're plastic again, but on the plus side, they don't rattle and they all sit nice and tight within their housings. The volume wheel feels nice and tactile when you adjust it, but then it does have a slight bit of side-to-side wobble. The left-hand side of the HS55 also houses the non-detachable but retractable microphone. I would have preferred a detachable mic, to be honest, but the headset has Bluetooth, so there's going to be people who want to connect it to their phones to listen to music while they're out and about, and it's going to look a bit odd with the mic sticking up while you're on the train or something like that. It's a bit of a weird design choice. And staying on the topic of the mic, it's much more rigid than I thought it was going to be. Several times I've tried to bend it closer to my mouth as it feels like it sits quite a distance away compared to headsets that I've tried in the past, but it just springs back out and I feel like I'm about to enter a jousting competition. Flipping the mic into its upright position will automatically mute the output, which is great for if you quickly need to mute while you're gaming and run AFK for a second or something like that. But how does it sound, I hear you ask? Well, take a listen, here's a sound test.
Okay guys, so we're going to do a quick mic test of the settings of the HS55. This is the microphone as it sounds with the microphone boost, as you can see, on 5 decibels, so that's halfway. We'll quickly test this while we're here. So this is the mic on 5 decibels. This is the mic on 0 decibels of microphone boost. And then finally, this is the microphone up on 10 decibels of boost. So we're going to test the noise suppression properties of the headset when using the Nvidia plugin that you can add to iCUE. It's just a small download when you first install it. So I've got a keyboard in front of me that has linear switches. I think they're Gator and Milky Yellows off the top of my head. I can't really remember, but that's besides the point. So this is the keyboard without any noise suppression. And if I talk at the same time, should be picking that keyboard up in the background. And then we're going to enable noise removal and turn it up to maximum. And then again, I'm pressing, you should hear it while I'm talking, but when I stop talking, should be getting rid of a lot of that noise. We're going to drop it down to 50 just so you can hear what it sounds like on halfway if you don't want it so aggressive. So again, this is the noise removal on 50 and this is the keyboard in the background. And now we're going to move over and test the room echo removal. So this is the microphone again without no room echo removal. And this is the microphone with that room echo removal all the way up on 100. So hi, I'm Matt from Kit Guru. You can hear how my voice sounds, say a few random words. And we'll move it down to 50 like we did with the noise suppression. If I can get it exactly on 50, my mouse is a bit sensitive. And there we go. This is the room echo removal on 50 out of 100 for the Corsair HS55 wireless headset. Let us know down in the comments what you think of the performance of this mic, and I'll give you my thoughts right now.
Now that mic sounds pretty good to me, if I'm honest. I love that Corsair have added Nvidia Broadcast features directly into iCUE. The background noise removal performed very good, as I expected it to, having used the standalone version of Nvidia Broadcast for quite a while on my PC. I do think the room echo removal is quite aggressive when you turn it up to the max and can make you sound a bit muffled. So if you choose to use that, then I'd recommend going easy on it. But overall, the mic sounds perfectly fine for everyday use. It's Discord certified and I haven't had any complaints while gaming with my mates. And they like to moan. The sound that the HS55 wireless puts out is quite impressive, but it is marred by a quiet static noise in the background when the 2.4 gig wireless connection's active and you've got the volume cranked up. When you listen to constant sound, like music or when gaming, it's not noticeable. I first noticed it when adjusting the volume slider in the taskbar of Windows. You can kind of hear the connection activating and then deactivating. I've tried everything and enabling and disabling every setting I could find within iCUE and Windows to solve it, but nothing has worked. It's present when I run the headset through Wavelink software, Elgato's Wavelink software, which is how my PC is usually set up. And it's also there when bypassing that and setting the HS55 as the default device in Windows. It's nothing major, it's only a small annoyance and it could be caused by a myriad of different things, but I just thought it's something I had to mention. Hey guys, this is Future Matt dropping in just to say that regarding this issue, we are in communication with Corsair to find out if this is an ongoing issue and see what they can do about it. If we hear any updates, we will update the pinned comment at the top of the comment section of this video. Sorted. And as I mentioned at the start of this section though, the sound quality when listening to music is pretty good. I tweaked the EQ settings within iCUE to boost the lows and the highs and then slightly cut some of the mids, and then the music that I listened to sounded really, really good. The HS55 also performs well in games. The surround sound is really impressive, and placing footsteps in Battlefield 2042 was surprisingly easy. It depends a lot on the game, but I was genuinely impressed with the surround sound on this headset. Now, as I touched on briefly at the start of the video, the HS55 wireless headset is the successor to last year's HS55 wireless core model, and there are a few differences. This refreshed model has Dolby 7.1 surround sound that I spoke about a second ago, whereas the original core version didn't. And it's also ever so slightly lighter and has a little bit more claimed battery life at 24 hours as opposed to the core's 20 hours. And speaking of that battery life, that stated 24 hours is pretty accurate from my testing. I'm a heavy user and I've been using this during the day for work and then for gaming at night, and it'll get through 2 days on a full charge. Recharging the headset for the first time was surprisingly quick. The headset's got fast charging, and Corsair claim a 15-minute charge will net you 6 hours of battery life. I knew this before I charged it for the first time, and I was still pleasantly surprised when it charged to full in no time at all. Now, 24 hours isn't the craziest amount of battery life I've ever seen on a headset, but it's enough to get the job done. And that, coupled with the fast charging, hasn't left any lasting negative impressions on me regarding the battery and the HS55. It does the job and it charges really quick. No complaints. The software that accompanies the HS55 wireless is iCUE, and overall it's really great. It's probably my favourite piece of peripheral software, if I'm honest. It's simple, it's got a clean user interface and it just works. There are only 3 customization tabs for this headset, which reiterates my point about it being simple. The Nvidia tab, which contains options for background noise removal and room echo removal, was really nice to see. I mentioned earlier that I really rate Nvidia Broadcast, and I really like that it's been included straight inside iCUE to be used when needed. And we saw or heard in the sound tests earlier on that it performs pretty well. The Equalizer tab contains what it says on the tin, the graphic equalizer for customizing the sound that this headset puts out. There are 5 default preset options, and then there's the ability to create custom presets. And then you can easily cycle through them by pressing the volume wheel in that's found on the left ear cup. And in that tab, you can also adjust the mic and the mic's side tone volumes with sliders, and then you can toggle the surround sound on and off. And then there's the device settings section, which opens up in another little window, and it will let you check for firmware updates, check the battery status, turn on a battery status indicator that you can find in the taskbar. You can apply up to 10 decibels of mic boost if you need it. You can change the auto shutdown time, and then you can turn voice prompts on and off, which just tell you through the headset when settings are changed, like the mic being muted, for example. And then finally, there's options for pairing it to a USB dongle and changing the color of your device, of the images of the device within the software itself. And it's little touches like that which really make iCUE stand above the competition for me. So there we have it. That was my review of the HS55 wireless. And overall, I'm a bit on the fence about this new headset from Corsair. The sound quality is excellent once you've tweaked the EQ a little bit to your preferences. Bass sounds really full and the highs are nice and crisp and not too harsh. The background static really disappointed me, and it did become quite annoying after a while. The design is pretty good though, and the headset doesn't look too outlandish. But that mic being not removable, that disappointed me a little bit, and it's not something you're ever going to use when you're out of the house or away from your PC or console. The battery life is only average, but it's backed up by that really impressive charge time. Fast time really is quite good on this headset. The surround sound works really well and is as good as I've heard on any other gaming headset that I've ever used. The build quality could be better, but I get that so much plastic was used to keep the weight down, which does make it a comfortable to use headset. It's nice and light and I've not had any fatigue or anything like that. But for every point that impressed me, I feel that there's something that could have been executed just a little bit better. But then again, if sound is what you're after, then this performs well enough for me to be happy with it. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like down below if you did. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to keep up with the latest PC gaming news and reviews. I've been Matt. This has been the HS55 wireless headset. I'll speak to you in the next one. See you later.